Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I did my eyebrows and I loved them. Like I was my #1 fan yesterday. I kept looking in the mirror and I took like all these selfies and I kept asking my mom, "Mom, do you like my eyebrows? Mom, do you like my eyebrows?" And she was like, yeah, they're great. Like if you watched my channel, I think some months ago in one of my videos I said I was going to film an eyebrow tutorial, and I honestly did. You don't see them on my page because I didn't lie. I literally, oh my god, the sun. I literally filmed so many eyebrow tutorials, like it's ridiculous. But I just felt like none of them were very, I don't know, I didn't think any of them were straightforward enough. So today I'm going to try and do the best eyebrow tutorial. I love seeing people's eyebrows, especially when they're on fleek. And a lot of people can rock the thick Instagram model baddie type thick cube brow, and I like that on some people, but I don't think that that's really me. And so I like to do my brows in the way that best flatters my face. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm going to do my tutorial a little different this time. I'm going to slow this tutorial down, go a little bit more step by step, and just pretty much do the dang thing. I promise, I'm a real grown-up. I've got my mirror. I'm gonna zoom in for you to see this. So here's my brow in its natural habitat. So first I take this eyebrow brush from e.l.f. and I just brush my eyebrows out. And as I'm brushing it, I kind of start to go downwards. And all the extra hairs that are right here, I just kind of push them up. I used to love going to the salon to get my eyebrows like shaved or waxed, but I don't like my brows to be too thin. And naturally, I don't really have much hair going on my eyebrows. And all I really want is just the hair right here gone. So for this tutorial, that's pretty much what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on keeping my natural eyebrow shape, but still thickening it up. I was going to say buffing it up. I've been using this NYX Tame Frame Brow Pomade a lot. I bought it about 6 months ago, and I've been using it pretty much every time I do my makeup. But if you've watched my older videos, I was using this Sephora pencil that I also alternate and use sometimes. And I think yesterday I was kind of in a hurry. I didn't feel like using an angle brush, but I might use it today just for this look. But I was just in a hurry, so I was kind of like, let me use this pencil and do this a lot faster. So I take this pencil and I just kind of start drawing. I kind of follow where my brow ends, and I kind of continue to add a line. And then this area where it's kind of sparse, I just take this pen marker and I start to just do small strokes and go upwards and into it. Upwards and into the actual hair that's there. And then I just take this pencil and continue to go again. And voila, now I have an eyebrow. Going back to this eyebrow brush, I just kind of brush these hairs upwards. Kind of keep shaping the brow the way I want it to be. Using this pencil, I kind of go in here and just lightly go in upwards motion with the hair. Right now you can already see a huge difference between both of my brows. This one looks thicker and it has more of a shape, and this one still needs Jesus. But don't we all though? Don't we all need some Jesus? Okay, after I have basically traced in my eyebrow and given it the overall shape that I would like to have, I take a concealer. It can be any concealer, but I have 2 of these NARS concealers, and one of them is a little bit older, so I use that for my brows, and this one's the new one on accident. It doesn't make a difference. It's all concealer, but get a nice concealer that's just about two or 3 shades a little bit lighter than you. And this is the way I do it. No matter what concealer I'm using, I take the back of my hand and I place, I kind of use it towards the thumb area because that's just my preference. It can be anywhere on your hand. And I just place a glob of it. Just a random little glob. And then using a brow brush, this one is one of the Real Techniques brushes, and it's a brow brush specifically. And what I do is, I'll zoom in again. I take what's on the back of my hand and kind of like rub my brush on it, let it get on the bottom of the bristles, and start to follow my eyebrow. I kind of lift my eyebrow up, like I'm like, oh, surprise! I usually start from the back of my eyebrow. And I go outward with it because you don't want to go downward. You don't want your eyebrow to look like it's drooping. You want to keep it just kind of going outward on your face so it kind of frames your eye. And I follow in here. And I kind of just keep swooping it so it doesn't look like I really tried to make a line. So it just looks like, oh, I woke up and I had a perfect eyebrow. Hopefully you still have some concealer on the back of your hand. I'll take a little bit more, like a dab of it on my brush. And like so, I will continue to put concealer on my brow. This time we're going to be framing the top part of the eyebrow. So I take it and go like this. And I'm going to take this brush and just kind of brush my hairs again. And I think I want to take off some of this extra curve. Just fill in this part because I don't think I filled that in earlier. And voila, an eyebrow. So I completed this eyebrow. And as you can see, it's a little curved. And naturally, this one is going to end up more angular. And that's just the way my eyebrows are. I don't remember where I heard this saying, but it like changed my life. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Using this brush, I have brushed out my brow again. Pretty much can't look any more different. This is as good as it's going to get until I add concealer and stuff. And side note, my face is developing like some pimples. This winter is not very good on my face. So taking the Sephora pencil again, I'm going to follow the natural arch of my brows and work from the outside in. Just kind of go lightly with this part because I don't want to make it look too thick. I don't look like I added more hair than is actually there. That rhymes. I'm going to #dab some concealer on the back of my hand. My hand-eye coordination is so great. Taking this concealer, this brow brush again, I'm going to dip it in the concealer. Kind of get it all over the bristles and start. And I kind of start to smear the concealer outwards away from the concentrated section, just so it doesn't look like a big old line of concealer on my face. And I'm just going to be left-handed now, I guess, so that there's not a shadow. Sometimes when I'm judging my eyebrows a little bit too much, I will look at the one that I like the most, aka this one, always and forever. I'm so sorry, right eyebrow. It's not you, it's me. And I take just this eyebrow brush, and what you can see, what you notice that's different is this one has a rounder edge to its beginning, and this one has more of a square edge. So what I'm going to do is just take this brush again and just kind of brush some of these hairs this way and kind of brush them upwards, but also kind of flatten them so they're not too, because I've got these long hairs. I'll put more concealer on the back of my hand and minimize the amount of hair that's right here. Just pretend, just cover some of the follicles towards the front. Just involves a lot of brushing and concealing. Just try to create a square. I take this pencil, pretend I'm still drawing some hairs at the top, and voila, now they can look a little bit more similar. And this is it. This is how I do my eyebrows before every video. So now, to save time on all of my videos, I'll just skip past the eyebrow part and just go right into the rest of the tutorial. And what I usually do, after doing this is I take some foundation on my foundation brush, and as I'm putting foundation all over my face or on my beauty blender or whatever I'm using, I just dab a little bit around the eyebrows so that not directly onto it, but maybe to about right here, as close as I can get to it, but without touching it, and definitely this area, and just dab away the excess concealer so it doesn't look like a giant light thing happening right around my eyebrows, and then I'm just like dark all over. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it was helpful to you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and may your brows continue to be on fleek.